Eben, so we are currently standing in this beautiful Lakewood kitchen remodel we just recently completed. And oftentimes homeowners will ask us, how quickly can you start my kitchen? And what does your planning process really look like?
When most people think of doing a kitchen remodel, they think of the actual swinging of the hammers and installing the cabinets and countertops. But what people often forget is that there's a whole lot of planning that goes into a remodel like this. This house in particular, the kitchen actually didn't used to exist in this space. This used to be the formal dining room. This opening was a bit smaller, and then the kitchen was set where the dining table currently is, and the living room was closed off. So walking into this home, we thought, hey, let's open the floor plan up, create a open floor plan, but still retain the characteristics of the home and keep it traditional. Looking at timeline, we tell people, if you have a kitchen like this, and we're gonna keep it in mostly the same space, usually looking around 12 weeks. For something like this, we're really moving things around and we have to really work closely with the homeowner to determine where things are ultimately going to end up. It's probably more realistic to say that's going to take 4 or 5 months of planning before we're at a point that we can submit for permits and ultimately order materials and get the job started.
Eben, so now that we have materials selected, finalized, and ordered, the building department has reviewed our plans, they have approved them. Materials have now come in and they're at our warehouse ready to go. What would you say we are looking at timeline-wise from demolition day to punch list walkthrough day?
Yeah, absolutely. So with every project, it's going to depend on the complexity. It's going to depend on what's ultimately involved. For just a standard kitchen we're walking into where the fixtures and appliances are for the most part staying in the same place, we could tell you, hey, that's going to look around the 2 to 3 month mark. For a project like this, where the kitchen was not over here, again, this was the dining room, we had to move everything from the plumbing for the kitchen sink to the light switches to the light fixtures. There is a whole lot more involved with that. And so a best case scenario, for a kitchen like this is probably looking around the 4 month mark, realistically, when you look at rough-ins, when you look at the inspections that we have to pass with the city. And then just materials. These are custom cabinetry. We can't measure those until ultimately the walls are framed in. And even with this project specifically, we opened the walls and there was just furring strips on the exterior walls. And so we had to do everything back to basics as from framing in a new house. So the short answer is it depends. Also with this project, we actually ended up doing master bathroom upstairs, and so added more time to the project with that.
Got it. And Eben, is there anything that homeowners can do in order to expedite the process as much as possible?
Yeah, for sure. So one of the first things that we ask homeowners is to give us inspiration for what they're looking for. If you don't know what you're looking for, we're gonna have to start over and help you figure out what your style is and down to what you want your cabinets to look like and what you want your countertop to look like. So we ask homeowners to send us their inspiration, send us your Pinterest links. That all helps us get closer to the end goal of having the plan set up for a kitchen like this. And then ultimately just for them to be on top of working with our designer and making decisions in a timely manner and giving them the resources they need to move along, because they ultimately either way have to go through a process. Again, it all depends, but the more you give us the resources we need and the decisions and tastes and selections you're looking for, the faster we'll be able to get it done.